Sup, you chuckle fucks? It's your boy Dark Raku here with What If Issei has Spiral Energy, Part 12. Now, before I continue on, Part 11, I should mention something. Part 11, I think I had, at the time, 54 something. I don't know why, but my audio literally just cut off at that part. Or you can still hear it, but it's so freaking quiet. I don't even know why my audio cut out that part. But yeah. Everything else was pretty much fine. I rewatched it and I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm not gonna, please don't make me redo what I gotta do at the end. No, I don't gotta do it at the very end, but yeah, if you people saw that, then yeah, I want more people to kind of comment on my freaking videos just so they can actually tell me if some of my audio would have cut out instead of you people telling me to do part 2 or 12, whatever. Well, crap, because I know you people don't watch it. You just comment and then you watch it. But yeah. I know some of you people do that because I don't do that, but yeah. But I've seen some other. Never mind. Because, well, yeah. But not the point. Let me begin into this what if. Let me shut the fuck up. It's, yeah, part 12, yes. Finally. I know that some people in my, what's it called, channel probably realize that I don't do many what ifs that actually get towards at least the, well, 2-digit numbers. They always just end up at 1-digit number and never go up. And this is the first kind of what if that actually goes up to being at least having 2 digits and just 1 digit. But yeah, not the point. Of course, I should mention one thing. There is what's it called, the other what if, what's it called, what if Issei was a martial arts and a gunslinger master, which I'm still going to do that one. I'm just kind of just thinking. I kind of got bored a little bit on that one, but not the point. Of course, I have another what if idea, but I might save that just for a rainy day, because why not? I still haven't calculated the full things of what I want it for to do, but I have an idea, maybe. And I don't really have a name for it, but not the point. I'm also going to change this thumbnail a little bit, but yeah, onto part 13, because I'm thinking maybe part 13 I might be able to get to it. Maybe, no, I don't know, but not the point. You might see the thumbnail being changed a little bit, but yeah, because I am going to add some other things, and yeah, not the point. Let me begin. This is what if. Let me shut the fuck up. Other than that, let me begin. So, we begin into mostly Issei kind of showing up at like the Fire Force kind of organization, but yeah, pretty much that's what it's called, Fire Force, but not the point. Mostly, well, the organization is kind of considered Fire Force, but where Benji or Benjimaru Shiba kind of lives at is at his mostly So the city that it's in Tokyo and it's called Asakusa. And of course, mostly Issei just went to go kind of visit there to kind of just talk to Benji, Joker, and even the others like Shinra, Maki, seeing Maki with an O, so yeah, and even Arthur. Yes, there's someone named Arthur there, who basically is a blonde-haired person who's somewhat of an idiot. But yeah, in Issei's own words, he's literally an idiot. But yeah. Of course, this is where, what's it called? Azana and even what's it called, Mikey is the first time actually seeing these people, which he does, mostly Mikey does kind of get into an argument with Arthur a little bit, because Arthur believes that Mikey is literally a demon, because, well, mostly Arthur doesn't really like Issei that much, because he does also argue with Issei, but of course, Mikey did fucking show him what's good and fucking kicked him to the side of the head and knocked him out. Well, mostly Shinra and Issei were just chopping at this, but yeah, this Zana was just kind of looking around this town. Of course, some people did try to attack, but mostly Zana knocked them out pretty easily. Draken was also at this place, so yeah, he was just walking around. He did kind of bump into someone named, what's it called, he bumped into a man with kind of blackish hair, or well, kind of like shortish, somewhat blackish hair. Of course, he did have also onyx eyes, and this is where, well, he seemed quite built for being somewhere around his 30s. But yeah, of course, well, he was next to someone with mostly a hat and glasses and kind of, I think, having blackish eyes, brownish eyes. I think it was brownish eyes. It kind of looked like Issei, but Issei's old look, kind of, but not much. But of course, Draken only bumped into this person because, well, he seemed interesting. Of course, the other person seems like he was like calculating on something. Of course, Jock didn't really care too much, but he met these two people, which mostly their names are mostly the guy was kind of looking tall and buff. His name is Obi and kind of being around his 30s, but yeah, well, mostly, yeah, he's around his 30s. And of course, his name is Obi, Captain Obi from the 8th Division, but yeah, because the Fire Force is going to be kind of similar to that of like the Fire Force anime, but yeah, not the point. But yeah. So I'm not gonna try to say his first name. I'm just gonna say Hinawa or Hinui, whatever the hell you're gonna say it like that. But yeah, of course, mostly Jocken met these two. Of course, he just ignores them, but mostly Jocken was walking past. But yeah, he kind of got into mostly a store just to kind of go buy something. But yeah, but that's not the point here and there. Now, of course, mostly Issei and Shinra was mostly talking. Of course, Maki did came along. And this is where, well, Maki says, so, Issei, what are you doing here in, what's it called, Asuka? This is where, well, mostly Issei kind of explained that he got kind of suspended from his school. This is where, well, mostly Shinra kind of chuckles and says, what the hell did he do? Punch someone in the face, throw them out the window, and then done? And probably accidentally killed him? Issei says, I mean, killing part, I mean, you're not wrong with that part. This is where, well, Shinra says, are you fucking serious? You can't be telling me. Well, not, you can't be, well, not telling me, mostly, you can't be fucking kidding me. You literally killed someone, didn't you? Well, it was mostly in a different situation, mostly Issei explains. They had a gun, it caused some situations. I got shot 4 times, well, considered to be 5 times. My necklace got broken, I was very pissed and rage, and I shot them in the head. But yeah, I had to kick their gun out of their hand and then shoot them in the head. Maki kind of said, are you okay? This is where Maki seems to be quite horrified at the fact that Issei literally got shot, but he's fine. He's right now in front of her. Issei says, yeah, that happened around like 3 weeks ago. This is where, well, mostly Maki says, where the hell did you go? Wait, if you got suspended, when did you get suspended? Around like 3 weeks ago? Or mostly not 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago? Where the hell did you went, Kyo? I wanted to go visit there. Of course, I met one of my friends from school, and she just told me that mostly everyone's doing fine. But yeah, that's where Maki says, wait, did you say she? Mostly Maki had a little jealous kind of tone because, again, she is interested in Issei, but mostly Issei kind of doesn't really know if half the girls are interested in him because he's not too much of a pervert. And, of course, he really never did care too much, but yeah. But, of course, mostly his brothers, on the other hand, would just love to tease him. Even Jocken teases him, but not the point of that shit. This is where, well, mostly he says, oh, yeah, I never did tell you, Maki. So, can I call you Maki with an O? Because I met 2 other Makis in my, mostly not old school, mostly my school. And, their names are Maki with the Z and Maki with an H. So can I call you Maki with an O? Issei kind of just smiles at her with a genuine kind of smile. This is where, well, mostly Maki nods and says, yeah, it's fine. This is where Maki in her head says, you better call me mostly the true Maki because I am not going to share my name with other people. This is where, well, she has such a jealous kind of tone, but yeah, in her head. This is where, well, she's not going to say out loud, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly Shinra says, sheesh. Didn't expect you to kind of be so popular even though you were quite a murderer. This is where he said, oh, shut the fuck up. I wasn't technically a murderer. They didn't, well, mostly the school doesn't actually know about my background. Mostly my middle school background. This is where Shinra says, huh? Why is that? Now, I should mention one thing. Shinra was actually in the same middle school with Issei. Mostly the same kind of middle school. That's why they seem so friendly with each other because they basically are best friends from middle school age. But yeah, they're still best friends and considered to be great friends. But mostly, yeah, that's the case. This is where, well, mostly Issei says, Shinra, do you remember Madaka Kurakami? This is where, well, Shinra says, yeah. She used to be our old, mostly, how should I say, our old, like, school kind of president council person. Issei says, yeah. She, I think, I don't know what she did, but I think when I got arrested, you remember that day when I got arrested in middle school? Oh, yeah. Where the hell did you even went? I was about to go to Juby. Mostly, I was about to go to kind of president / Juby. I think it was a kind of Juby before president, but they didn't put me in like president or Juby, so of course they found out about my actual true identity and background. about being Issei Hyoto. Not the point. I fucking hate that last name, but not the point. Of course, they decided to send me back because they found out that I was missing from Kuo. They they didn't know what to do, but they decided to send me back into Kuo. That's pretty much a short story. Of course, I met up with my parents. Oh god, I hate those people. But not the point. I met up with those people, and then I was basically in Kuo for 3 years. Now I'm 17. And now I moved out of that place because, well, Japan's laws literally tell me that I can literally move out when I'm 16. But yeah, this is where, well, most of the Shinra says, why didn't you do it when you were 16? Because, well, I had to talk with my brothers and they said that they would be okay to move to Kuo. Oh, well, mostly Kuo. Mostly I talked to them like last month about them moving to Kuo. Or not last month, like, well, I mean, technically it's last month, but not the point. Last month and about them moving to Kuo, and of course, I kind of got them to get to Kuo, and I managed to move out and then move with them. And then there was kind of that same week where I kind of got into a fight, scuffle, and got shot and shot the other person. But yeah, and then got suspended. So yeah, that's why I didn't move out too early when I was 16. Because where the fuck am I gonna go? Besides, I gotta stay in Kuo. I gotta act like I'm happy. It was my fucking worst nightmares being in there. This is where, well, Shinra says, what the hell did he do? What, did you act like a pervert? This is where, well, Mosi said, don't mention that. This is where, well, Mosi Shinra says, wait, what, you actually did that? This is where, well, Mosi says, yep. And not gonna lie, I kind of regret it, but then again, I did meet some people that were mostly my friends. Well, one was a betrayer, and the other one is still my friend. He's just suspended also. This is where Shinra says, so what? Are they replacements for me and Arthur? This is where, well, mostly Issei says, I'd rather say Murahama's a replacement for Arthur. While you mostly, I said I had a betrayer. This is where mostly Shinra says, what do you mean betrayer? It was a person that I had to kill and got suspended for it. Oh, so it was your friend? Not entirely. He was obsessed and angry with... This is where mostly Issei had to whisper into Shinra's ear about what he was entirely obsessed. And this is where, well, Shinra become red and say, really? I didn't know you were going to be kind of making friends like that. Hey, it kind of reminded me of you. This is where, well, Shinra says, oh, hell no, I'm not that obsessed with anyone. This is where, well, Issei says, really? You're not obsessed with anyone? What about, what about, mostly... This is where, well, he says, oh, what about Sister Iris? This is where, well, mostly Shinra's face becomes a little tinted red and say, shut up. Or what about Tabak? This is where, well, mostly before Issei can even finish that sentence, a girl with kind of blackish hair and kind of like yellowish eyes kind of ran up towards mostly Issei and Shinra. And this is where she says, Issei! This is where, well, her clothing actually fall off of her body and literally landed on front of, well, mostly on top of Issei. Mostly her opai kind of landed on top of Issei, and Issei was confused. This is where Shinra is kind of chuckling, saying, well, that's not something surprising. This is where, well, mostly kind of like managed to get up and right now screams at Issei, right now holding her kind of opai covering it. And this is where, well, she says, pervert. This is where Issei gets up and says, how the fuck am I a pervert when again? Why? How? What in the fucking 9 realms of hell? How the hell did you get your clothing taken off? What kind of bullcrap ability do you have that gives you that option? I thought you were gonna land on Shinra and see his fucking stupid fucking grin. I was laughing more if you would have done that. This is where, well, Tomoki's blushing and she's just looking away. Of course, where, well, mostly Maki had to help her up because she was basically next to her. And Maki was kind of upset that she wasn't the one to do something like that to Issei. This is where, well, mostly Shinra says scoffs and said, whatever, dude. Still, so what about that one person, Masuda? You killed him, right? What about Murahama? What's with this guy? Murahama is basically used to be a pervert, but he's pretty much more like a genius, nerd, scientist, somewhat engineer, I can say. He's like a scientist, engineer, whatever. He's just trying to get into Stark kind of laboratory. Yeah, somewhere like Stark Industry or even Starlight, but yeah. Huh, that's interesting. They suspected you were going to meet someone genius. Like, what's it called? The scientist, what's it called? This is where, well, mostly Shouldn't I say so? Like Victor? This is where well it says technically yeah, someone like that, but mostly more like what's it called? One of your members from Squad 8. What was his name? That red guy. Mostly Issei said. Mostly shooters. Oh, you mean Vulcan? Yeah, someone like Vulcan and Victor. I haven't really met Victor too much, but mostly he's with Joker most of the time, and I have seen him a couple times. But yeah, he's kind of like that, but mostly like Vulcan. Vulcan's an engineer, right? And he creates a lot of things that are quite interesting, right? This is where, well, mostly shooters say, yeah. That's basically my friend Matsuda. Or not Matsuda, Murahama. Man, I'm gonna get confused with both of them. But Murahama. I see. So you're saying he's basically a replacement for Arthur? Yep. He's basically better than Arthur in many ways. And that's basically being smarter than Arthur. Shinrai kind of chuckles and says, I guess you're right. Still, I heard that you came with your brothers to, what's it called, town. Is that true? Yeah, I think Mikey, well, one of my brothers named Mikey, or mostly that's the nickname that we call him, but mostly Mikey should be with Arthur, and I think he probably knocked the hell out of Arthur. Okay, what about the others? Or do you have more? Oh yeah, Azana, I think he's probably somewhere. I don't know where he went. And Draken isn't my brother, but I consider him my older brother somewhat, or mostly brother-in-law, well, somewhat, because he was dating my sister for a little bit. But of course, mostly, you know what happened. Shouldn't I say, yeah, sorry about that. This is where movies that says, no, it's fine. I still miss her, but not the point. This is where, well, we'll see. Shouldn't I nod and says, well, I see. At least it's good to know to see Draken again. Mostly Shinrai does know about Draken, but yeah. He doesn't know about Mikey and, was it Kazana, but he does know who Draken is. And he has met Draken in middle school, but yeah. Mostly, well, Issei not saying, yeah, that is true. Also, yeah, mostly those are the only people that I have seen, or not have seen, mostly came with me from Kyo, but yeah. This is where, well, mostly Shorinada says, well, what did Madaka do exactly? This is where Issei explains how Madaka erased his background information, replacing it with a kind of blank kind of statement what I did in middle school, but it was mostly like she kind of put it to being like I'm a good person, replacing it for me to be like the greatest person ever, and I got accepted into a quite prestigious kind of school in Kuo. I don't know how I did it. Actually, when I actually barely even noticed about my even records getting changed. I thought my records were so fucking bad that my parents were going to be obsessed with me, or mostly, well, not obsessed, mostly angry at me, and they would have kicked me out. But they never did. And then when I got to Kuo, mostly Kuo Academy, I thought I wasn't going to get accepted until I got accepted, which I never questioned how or why. But until the day I got suspended from Kuo, I was questioning even more, because at that point I figured out, well, I should have been kicked the hell out because of the records I had. You already know how many fucking suspension fights and angry moments I had in fucking middle school. Shinrai says that is true. I was supposed to be wanting to get kicked out, deleted, or fucking just out of there. But they were arguing. I had a fucking argument with the fucking council president. I don't even know why she wanted me to stay in there. This is where, well, mostly Shinrai says, probably she's in love with you. This is where Issei says, huh? In love? Why? I'm literally the most terrible person to even fall in love with. This is where Maki and Tamaki actually hears this, and they kind of just hear mostly what Issei's talking about himself. This is where Issei says, there's no way in hell anyone loves me. I mean, except for my brothers. They love me because they're my brothers. But mostly, if you're talking about, like, literally love of, like, girl to guy action, yeah, I don't even think that's even possible. I can feel it somewhat, but not much. Still, why would anyone love me? Besides, she is quite kind of strict and angry sometimes, but she's not like Madaka personality, I would say. She's a little more kind of strict and, yeah, like I did mention. But, yeah, I was expecting for her to literally kick me out of school. This is where mostly Shinrai kind of chuckles and says maybe her angry and strict personality that she shows is probably just an illusion, just so you can get kind of tricked. So of course she wouldn't show her true feelings for you. This is where Issei scoffs and says, "That's ridiculous," Issei said with an annoyed kind of tone. Shinra says, "I mean, didn't Madaka like you?" This is where, Issei said, "Yeah, no, that's not the case. Madaka never liked me." This is where Shinra just kind of snickers and says, "Oh, come on." Issei, "You know she liked you." Issei says, "Why would she like me?" "No, she never even did like me. She never showed any feelings." Shinra just kind of sighs and says, "That's probably because, well, you would never understand." That's where Shinra kind of just said. Of course, Issei heard and said, "What do you mean?" Shinra says, "Why do you think she erased your documents? If she didn't like you, why would she kind of go so far to erase the documents that you basically had, the record history?" Issei kind of thinks now and says, "That makes a little bit more sense, but now, if she had a small crush on me, she should have said something." This is where Shinra says, "And would you actually listen?" Let's think about this for sure. Your middle school self is not the type of person to actually listen. Stand still and listen. Issei says, "Okay, now I see it. I see a problem there." This is where, mostly, we go into mostly, Issei thinks about it and says, "Okay, fine. I can understand it now. Yes, I feel like she would have probably realized that it would be too difficult for her to even talk to me, my middle school self." This is where Issei sighs and says, "She probably already has someone else in high school. Besides, I wouldn't even doubt she would have started dating somewhere around her high school age or whatever." This is where Shinra doubts. It just says, "I doubt that." He said that. And this is where, mostly Issei says, "What do you mean?" Shinra sighs and says, "You are quite dense." Issei says, "Fuck you. Weren't you dense in mostly half of your middle school, like, love ships?" This is where, mostly Shinra says, "Fuck you about that." This is where, mostly Shinra did kind of get a bunch of girls to kind of go after him, if mostly he didn't smile most of the time. Of course, mostly a lot of girls, when he either saw their sharp teeth of mostly Shinra, would get kind of scared, but some people would be crazy enough to kind of try to ask him out. But Shinra never did pay attention too much because he really never cared. This is where, Issei said, "And besides, sitting down a bunch of girls tried to ask." This is where Shinra said, "Blah, shut up. Besides, I doubt that Madaka actually started dating. Look here, she was way too in love with you. She liked you too much for the fact that she didn't really date anyone. Think about mostly upperclassmen. The upperclassmen that were in middle school did always ask her out, but she kind of denied them. Mostly didn't really kind of accepted their kind of requests, or mostly just asking. But yeah, Issei sighs and says, "And you think that if today, nowadays, if I met up with her one day in like some random fucking store, do you think I can literally get a date with her?" This is where, mostly Shinra says, maybe. I mean, you never know. It's a small world out here." This is where Issei says, "And how the fuck am I gonna find her? Actually, even if I want to find her, I am going to still ask her about, my fucking documents, my old record history, because I gotta show my new Kaichu, mostly my new kind of academy, cool academy kind of president, about my record history, so I can definitely get kicked out." This is where Shinra says, "You're still on with that? Can't you just drop out?" I would, but then again, I'd rather get kicked out. It's much of a badass way to do. This is where, Shinra says, "I never understand your fucking terms of badassness. Fuck off." This is where, mostly Shinra says, "Whatever. I gotta go kind of talk to Captain Obi anyway. I gotta go talk with him." This is where, Issei says, "So what am I gonna be doing?" "I don't know. Talking to Maki or Maki?" This is where Tamaki already kind of like is walking away with Maki because they saw Sister Iris, and this is where Issei says, "I guess I'll go find Draken or Nazana, whatever." This is where, mostly Issei walks away, but yeah. We go into POV of Mikey and Arthur having another argument fight. This time it's even stupider, but yeah. This is where, mostly Mikey managed to win again because he just fucking kicks the shit out of mostly Arthur. Was about to walk away, but then again, he just didn't know where Issei, Azana, or even Draken were at. So yeah. This is where, Mikey swears off because he doesn't even know how long he was arguing with what's it called, Arthur. But yeah, Arthur would have fucking used his fucking sword to fight him. But then again, Mikey still kicked his ass, but not the point. This is where, well, we go into mostly Issei looking around until this is where, well, someone appeared behind him. Mostly someone says, "Hey there, what's it called? Green Star Eye." This is where, well, Issei scoffs and says, "What the hell do you want, Joker?" This is where, well, mostly Issei said, with such an annoyed tone a little bit, but this is where, well, Joker says, "Oh, come on, kid. I only want to talk to you. Besides, me and Benji actually got a call from someone in China." What? What? That's where Issei kind of looks confused and just turns around to see mostly Joker. Joker is still smoking a cigar, which Issei covers his nose a little bit, but yeah, since he doesn't like the smell of smoke from a cigar. This is where, well, mostly, what's it called? Joker says, "Oh, you don't like cigars, right? I forgot." Not the point. So we got a call from someone in China. And, I guess they actually want to talk to you. Why? They took an interest in you. But how? This is Japan, not China. Oh, don't worry about it. It's not someone in specifically China, but some of the gods in China. This is where Issei says, "What? Why?" This is where, well, Issei looks confused at Joker even more. Joker isn't really telling him fully the truth, but this is where, well, Issei narrows his eyes because he knows about how Joker kind of just dodges half the questions with another freaking set of, like, what he's going to talk about. This is where Joker says, I don't want to surprise you too much. I would surprise you during the time you meet up with the god." Who exactly is the god that I'm going to meet up? Some Wakanda or what? I mean, not entirely. But the person that you're gonna meet up is someone special. Someone kind of related to you. But that's not the point here or there. Bye. I'll talk to you later. If you want to get more information, you can talk to your father figure. This is where he says, "Joker?" This is where Joker already disappears. And this is where he says, scoffs and says, "You mother." Whatever. This is where you should kind of go look to kind of find where mostly Joker will be at. He actually found Jock, and this is where, well, both of them actually decide to kind of walk around and just talk. But yeah, mostly we go into mostly Joker disappearing. This is where, well, Joker is right now somewhat on a magical circle kind of phone, kind of appearing next to him, and this is where, well, he then says, "So, who actually wanted to talk to you, talk to the, how should I say, he says, "So, I already told him and what you actually want to talk to him about. I didn't give out your name and I didn't actually say your title. So, you're going to talk to your grandson or whatever." This is where, well, mostly the person chuckles. A very old kind of figure person kind of talks, and the other side it says, "Ah, my grandson. Even though we're not that related, he is still considered to be my descendant, very, very far descendant. Still, I'm surprised to actually meet him. I met him one time, and when I met that kid, such bright, cheerful, kind of angry tone, somewhat raging, angry, hatred tone, but whatever. When I met him when he was actually around 13, he was quite interesting. I never did tell him that I was basically his great-great descendant of a grandfather, or mostly ancestor. But that's not the point here or there. Good to know. I will now meet him. Can he be able to come? When do you think would be a good idea?" This is where, well, mostly Joker sighs and says, "Well, the problem is, the kid doesn't believe in transformations like magic circle and other things, supernatural things. So, I mean, I did tell him that you were literally a god, so you can make your magic circle and teleport him there." Is it where, well, mostly the person smiles and says, "Good to know. Maybe I do that. Or maybe I send someone to go get him. Yeah, I might go tell someone to go get him. But other than that, I'll be liking to see him once again. I wonder how big he has grown up. How strong he has actually grown up. Because from the last time I saw him, he wasn't the type to be using magic, but instead his own fists and mostly techniques in battle. This is where Joker kind of just smiles and nods and says, "Well, that is true. The kid hasn't actually learned any magic. Problem is, it's because his seals. I think they improved, or they didn't improve. But mostly the seals are still on his body. I think you saw them before." This where, well, the person nodded. Mostly, he just says, "Yes, I did see them. The last time I saw Issei." Well, this is where, well, Joker says, "Well, those seals are still on him. They're quite tight and powerful. I think you will even have some trouble times with breaking them." This is where, well, the person just chuckles and says, "You really think I will have such a trouble time to breaking such pathetic seals? I will not break them because I know mostly it will bother Issei. So, of course, I'm just going to just kind of talk to him about those seals." This is where, well, mostly Joker nodded and says, "Well, whatever you want to talk to him about, you can talk to him about that. Other than that, I'm just going to tell you to good luck in meeting him. Because he is going to still be with his brothers. So, unless you want him to come, kind of go with towards you, mostly towards you with his brothers, I don't know what you want to do with that." Oh, right. I have met what's it called, Mikey, Zana, and even what's it called, Shinjiro, but not the point. I'm just going to want to talk to him by myself. So it's better if he managed to distract them. And this is where, well, Joker sighs and says, "Damn it, didn't really want it to do something like that, but whatever." This is where, well, mostly the person chuckles and says, "Well, good luck on that." This is where, well, mostly Joker scoffs and says, "Whatever, I'm hoping I'm getting paid more with this shit than ever." This is where, well, we go now into mostly, a POV with mostly Issei kind of talking to Izana and even joking because they managed to show up and kind of just talk, but yeah. But of course, now we're going into mostly, to POV of Mikey and Arthur. Arthur is knocked the fuck out again. And of course, mostly, Mikey managed to just walk away from Arthur, but yeah, after a while. But yeah, mostly Mikey kind of got hungry and went to go get some ramen, but yeah. Other than that, we go into mostly Issei kind of meeting up with, well, mostly Benji. And of course, Joker. Because mostly Joker was in the shadows kind of hiding. And kind of seeing how Issei will react to kind of go meeting with this god somewhat. This is where, well, we'll see Issei kind of say, "So, what exactly am I going to be meeting up with?" This is where, well, mostly Benji says, "I really didn't get told anything. If we're talking about Joker's little plan of you meeting a god, I have no clue who you're going to be meeting. Fucking Joker doesn't tell me shit." This is where, well, mostly Issei nodded and says, "I see. So, where's Joker at?" "Don't know. But I feel maybe you're gonna have to come over here for you to get transfer." "I have no clue." This is where, well, Benji does know about the information a little bit, but then again, Joker is still fucking mostly secretive as hell, but yeah. So of course with that happening, Benji doesn't know fully, but yeah. Issei decides to kind of yawn and says, "Well, I'm gonna go take a nap. Or mostly just sleep, and then wake me up when I have to go." This is where, well, mostly Benji nodded. This is where, well, Issei walks away, and this is where, well, Benji says, "So, how long are you gonna sit there in the shadows, you bastard?" This is where, well, Joker says, "Long enough just for Issei to leave." So, are you wondering if who exactly Issei's going to be meeting? Who exactly is he going to be meeting? Oh, you should probably already know, since his flames are actually considered to be connected with this person. This is where, well, mostly Benji narrows his eyes and says, "Well, his Jaden/Emerald flame." You can't be fucking serious. You did say that he's going to China, but specifically meeting up with one of the Chinese gods. This is where, well, mostly Joker says, "I see, so you aren't stupid." This is where, well, mostly Joker scoffs and says, well, not Joker, mostly Benji says, he just scoffs and says, "Shut the fuck up. You can't be serious. Why would that god even want to even talk to Issei?" "Well, consider, how should I say, consider this. He's actually somewhat related to that man." This is where, well, mostly Benji widens his eyes and says, "What? But I thought he didn't have any other, well, mostly descendants, mostly any, like, descendant, unlike, what's it called, that one bluish hair fucker. I have met that bastard, and that guy's quite annoying. greedy also. This is where mostly Joker says, "Oh yes, you're talking about him. Yes, you would think that would be his only descendant. It's just not the case. He actually has another descendant, and he actually did meet up with Issei when he was around 13. That's how Issei managed to unlock his mostly flames. Or not 13, mostly around when he was 12. Yes, Issei was around 12. I'm actually going to change that. Mostly, at that time, he actually managed to give the ability power of the greenish Jaden flames towards Issei. Those flames are actually just a gift from that man. You see here, the man felt quite bad and sad, and how Issei can't use his magic because of those seals, and has his memories locked away, mostly probably from birth. Of course, the old man felt quite bad, and of course decided to give him the flames. That's why, even though we consider it to be a fifth generation Dola burst, it's not entirely a fifth generation Dola burst. It's considered to be something else, mostly connected to one of the Chinese gods. This is where mostly Benji sighs and says, "I see." But why does it kind of act similar to mostly mine? Well, the flames are actually only desire. Those flames are only something that makes the user desire and what it wants to be. I guess mostly Issei looked up to you so much that it desired to kind of make his abilities similar to the same with yours, but to copy them. So we're just gonna call them the copy flames for now. I mean, someone did call them that before. Someone in your group actually managed to call them the copy flames because he did manage to copy those flames. He also managed to copy what's it called a fourth generation Adolo person. You already know Shinrai. But I forgot Shinrai full name, but yeah. So yeah, mostly Shinrai full's name and mostly Joker said, and this is where mostly Benji says, "I see." Well, what do you want then? This is where mostly Joker says, like I said, when tomorrow happens, mostly in the morning, he actually wants to meet up. Mostly the person wants to meet up with Issei somewhere in the morning, somewhere around 8. Not too early, not too late in the kind of afternoon. And yeah, you get the point. Not too early in the morning, not too late in the afternoon. He just wants to get a nice specific time to talk to the boy and actually reveal about his mostly legacy, kinda. Mostly his legacy. He's not gonna reveal anything else from his parents' kind of legacies or whatever, which mostly the god doesn't really care too much. But yeah, this is where mostly Benji says, "I see." Well, let's just kind of hope that everything kind of goes well then. I don't really feel like tricking the kid, and I don't feel like kind of playing around jokes or fucking anything with the kid. Besides, unlike you, and besides, have you figured out anything in the supernatural? Consider of what he's connected to entirely. That I still haven't figured out anything. Either people are keeping such a tight lip on anything about Issei, which is annoying. I even tried to go into the Fallen Angels kind of mostly location to find anything, and the only thing I found was some papers, but I kind of almost got caught by a fallen angel kind of Kagure, or yeah, Kagure, whatever. It wasn't Kokobill. No, Kokobill did manage to go rogue. I found out that also. Mostly a Kagure kind of fallen angel named Kokobill has went rogue, which is not really our problem. But if that fallen angel does show up into mostly the town, we're going to fucking eliminate him because I don't really want to deal with a Kagure kind of fallen angel in this territory. Benji sighs and says, "I'll kick his ass in an instant." "I know you will. And if Issei gets a chance, he would have also beat his ass." This is where, mostly Benji nodded. This is where, and Joker says, "No, but that's not the Kagure that actually attacked me. The Kagure that attacked me was actually another fallen angel named, the fallen angel was named Crow." "Really? Crow?" "Hey, it's not my fault. Literally, it fucking makes no sense when literally they have black wings and they look like a fucking crow anyway." That's where, mostly the Benji says, "Are you sure it was something else? Or was that really his name?" "Yeah, it was Crow something. I don't remember. but the fallen angel did try to attack me. Luckily, I managed to escape. But of course, he had some of those paper, and of course, one of them had Issei's name on them, which I didn't get any information on. But now I know that Crow is kind of connected with Issei somehow, or it's just some papers that were supposed to give him towards that of the cadre, kind of like leader of the fallen angels, the governor, with Ka, mostly Azel. Then again, I found out Azel is quite a lazy fucking bastard for leader. This is where almost the Benji says, really? He's lazy? How the fuck is he a leader in the first place? Don't ask me, I don't fucking know. But I also found out another cadre kind of fallen angel connected with Issei. And who's that? A person named Raven, and she was the ex-wife of, well, mostly, I think ex-wife, I can't really tell. She's either the ex-wife of Crow or that of mostly Shiba or mostly that of Azo. This is where, well, mostly Benji says, why the hell should I give a damn about something like that? Because she seems to be somewhat connected to that of Issei. And if that is the case, then mostly the three other mostly fallen angels that I just named out, cadres also, would be also connected with Issei. But Issei doesn't know about these people. Because Issei doesn't believe in the supernatural. He basically, when I told him, he literally thought I was full of garbage and shit and other shit. This is where, well, mostly Benji says, I mean, I can agree with that, man. I can agree with Issei. This is where Joker just scoffs and looks at mostly Benji and says, fuck off. Mostly Benji. Mostly he says this last time, but yeah, I keep forgetting Shima, whatever. But this is where, well, mostly, Benji scoffs and says, fuck off. This is where, well, mostly, Joker says, other than that, we should probably wait until the next morning. But yeah. We go into a time skip until the next morning. Of course, this is where Issei was woken up by Benji. Mostly around somewhere at 8 o'clock. And this is where, well, 8 kind of like 40, but yeah. Issei went towards mostly where Benji's kind of like office would be kind of at. This is where, well, Issei says, where am I going to be going? This is where a greenish magic circle appears underneath him. But this greenish magic circle is like a jading kind of color. This is where, well, it had a symbol of something, but this is where Issei couldn't really tell much because mostly he was teleported already instantly. This is where, well, Joker and Benji kind of just says, good luck, but yeah. This is where Issei was confused, but yeah, he was teleported already. To meeting up with an old man right in front of him, which he's confused. This is where, well, this old man is just smiling at Issei, but this is where, well, Issei is so confused. But this is where I'm going to leave it off. For part 12 of this what if. Other than that, part 13 will come somewhere else. But other than that, bye, see you, yeah.